EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action, it's Minshew. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham, 71 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And Minshew will throw for it. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe... Opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On the give, this is Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Off the play fake, Mariota. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
Now Minshew has it knocked out, fumble, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Now, let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline...
Step out?
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. On the ground, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. This one swung out to Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He completes it to Beckham. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Dillon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Dillon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A.J. Dillon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he won't be able to get the throw off. He's sacked. And you have to wonder why they went for it there. It remains a tie game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Working with a 2nd and 4. This is a counter play, Eckler, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Mariota now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action now. Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Tackle made there by Chris Wormley. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Mariota on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here is Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mariota. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run. And
this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mecole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Williams. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Here's Minshew. It's caught. Beckham.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Finding Williams once more, complete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now Minshew. He's got it to Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Dillon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dillon again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They run. It's Williams. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that 1st run.
Second down, McKinnon. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before this series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. McCann for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that is it. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. Forced out to his left. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota here to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They go play action. Mariota steps away to his left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Do what we do.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
Going to have to throw it. That gives you more opportunities to go get it. I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
It'll be Minshew again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.